Hey there, and welcome to my Camino on a Treadmill. This is my day 60. But hey, only about 102 more days to go. This is my final solo session. I'm doing it on my birthday, 23rd of May. An important birthday. I won't say any more. And I got my first COVID jab today. Let's turn on my sad lamp, or rather my happy lamp. Oh yeah, that's good. Got my COVID job, Pfizer BioNTech, only the best for me. I asked them could they put in the Bill Gates microchip, and they weren't going to do it, but then I told them it was my birthday, so I got the microchip. Woo! It make me very happy, very happy. Okay, so anyway, feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so fine. That's from Waiting for the Man by Velvet Underground, which feels appropriate considering I got an injection today, you know? Up to Lexington, 125. Yep. If you don't know the song, I can't help you there. Your problem. That's your problem, not mine. Your loss. Oh, it's raining outside and it's sunny in Spain. We're on our way from Rabe de la Calzadas to Hornillos del Camino. Imagine that. Going to get the speed up to 4.8. I need to get some hard points going. I'm feeling a little fluey after the jab, but bear in mind I'm a hypochondriac, you know, and slightly neurotic, they say. So if I wasn't feeling fluey, then I'd say call an ambulance. There's something wrong. So as a hypochondriac, the fact I'm feeling fluey means I'm perfectly fine. The day I actually feel perfectly fine, that's when you should start worrying. Anyway, so yeah, happy birthday to me. Thank you. And spent a lot of time in the last 5 days or so listening to this Israelis and Palestinians talking in Clubhouse. Quite unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable is the wrong word, just extraordinary to listen to. And you realize they have a lot in common, you know? It's politics is the biggest problem, and vested interests. But anyway, I don't do politics here really. But some of the stories you hear, they're so human, you know? And there's some beautiful stuff you hear too on it. And, you know, a Jewish guy on it said he experienced anti-Semitism in England and in America, but not in Arab countries. Isn't that interesting? I mean, they have a lot in common with their cultures. That's the truth of it. Anyway. So, I don't know, should I be doing this after my jab, after my vaccination, but I read the leaflet. It didn't say not to do, you know, go on a treadmill. It didn't say don't do cocaine or heroin or anything. So I think business as usual for me. I'm feeling out of breath now. God. It would be embarrassing if I fainted or died on this, especially because the treadmill would still be running. I'm not using the cutout thing. There's a thing I'm meant to wrap around me so that if I fall off, it cuts out. And being neurotic, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm suddenly getting panicky. No, I'm just thinking, ideally I would go slower given the day that's in it, but I've lost my train of thought. Ideally I would go slower, but I want to get the hard points, so let's see how many I have to get this week. The song I'm humming is Flow Sweet Thames Softly or something. A version of it by Christy Moore with Sinead O'Connor on backing vocals. Beautiful. So, 124. I need to do 26 minutes at, I don't know, over 3 miles an hour or something. I'm at 4.8 kilometers an hour. Yeah. I think if I go anywhere even as low as 4.4, I get heart points, so I'll probably drop it in a second. Da 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 da. Flow sweet. As usual, I don't know the words. What I love about Christy Moore singing that song, I love hearing an Irish singer singing about places in England or London, and talking about Woolwich Pier, Putney Bridge, Wapping, the Thames. I don't know what I like about it. I guess it's just that whole emigrant experience. And as Pat McCabe, the writer, said, like, these two islands are intertwined, really, their histories. And I mean, similar to Israel and Palestine, but, in fairness, it worked out a lot better for us. But sure, the Irish kind of built a lot of England. And, okay, a small portion of us blew up a small portion of England, but on the whole, we built it. Stop getting heavy, James. Jesus Christ. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. And perhaps I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm meant to be going live tomorrow. Today will basically be... Day 60 is going to be the end of Season 1. And then Season 2, I go live on Clubhouse, but I will also upload recordings. So... I'm just thinking, I was going to start tomorrow with the live ones, but I kind of want to start on a Monday. It's going to be Monday to Friday. I might take a break of a week. We'll see. Or I could start the pilot. Midweek. I don't know. Just don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow after the jab. And had a couple of days break now already, but maybe a week's break before starting wouldn't be so bad. Even though, truth be told, when on the real Camino and on my virtual Camino, when you stop, it is a bit harder to start. That said, a break, I don't know, could be good. It's a bit more of a slog than I thought it would be. Okay, let's see. Got 2 hours 47 minutes left to finish BK's day 13. So yeah, we're following BK Lee here from Korea on his day 13. His video is up on YouTube. He videoed most of the Camino France, which starts in... Anyone? Correct. What was? Repeat that again. What was it? I can't remember. Bloody hell. Near Biarritz, Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Correct. Well done. Whew. I'm feeling a bit weird now. Whereas, if, like Lou Reed in Waiting for the Man, if I had shot up some heroin, it would be, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so fine. May take tomorrow, but that's just some other time. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, white boy. What you doing uptown? Hey, white boy. You chasing all our women around. Yeah, I didn't get any of that lip when I was up around Lexington and 125. I got in under the radar. I actually was chasing the women around, but I kept it low key. You dig? So anyway, 4.8. Okay, when I finish this lap, I can feel I have a pain in my arm where I got the injection. Just thought I'd share that with you. Seriously. You see what's happening in India, just count our blessings. And stop complaining if you can't go to the pub or whatever. Get over yourself. Seriously. We're spoiled. So we are. Closing in on 10 minutes here. And 800 kilometers in my dreams. So I will, as soon as we hit 800 meters, drop my speed to 4.7. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I think I might postpone the live Camino because I need to think it up a bit, and for Clubhouse, for the club, I need rules for it. And I could just start promoting it more, trying to get more followers, go into some more rooms. Yeah, chat to people. I'll probably just end up in the Israeli-Palestinian room because it is just honestly fascinating and heartbreaking. And also gives one a modicum of hope, but I don't know, these callous politicians and vested interests on both sides. I don't know. You also think of, let's face it, the people who sell arms to the Israelis. You know, their share price, their profit depends on those munitions being used. Let's face it, you know. I know they think they're great patriots, but those people who work for Lockheed Martin and things. I'm not talking about the everyday workers. There was some guy high up on LinkedIn talking about what a great patriot he was. You know, loves his kids and everything. I don't know how they sleep at night, but the sad thing is, the strange thing is people like that, I think, sleep quite well from what I gather. But I'm not here to judge. Also, you know, you grow up in a certain culture. I think you have to, we tell ourselves stories, all of us. We try to tell ourselves stories that make us look like the good guy. You know, I'm not immune to that. So there. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Whew. Yeah, as I said, I hope I don't faint. Let's get some more water. This is the most dramatic episode yet. I'm in danger of fainting. We're dropping dead. I shouldn't say that. I'm too neurotic. If I put that idea in my head, I feel okay. I just have sore arm, y'all, and a little bit of that flu-y feeling in my head. Honestly, I get that a lot anyway, and a sore knee. As I said, I'm a hypochondriac and a neurotic, you know. Oh, the idea of a week's break from this, even though it means it stretches one more week longer, but you know, as long as I get it done by the end of the year, the whole thing, I'm happy. Because I do plan, if travel opens up, when I'm double vaccinated with Pfizer, I can't spread it, the COVID, or catch it, or certainly chances are minimal of catching it. Well, really low of getting severe case or dying from it. So, and I'll get they're gonna get these passports with QR codes sorted out and linked to my PPS number and all that fascinating stuff. Hey, this is an interesting edition, right? You're thinking, wow, I'm learning so much here. But can't remember the point I was making. So, what's my anthem again? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Oh yeah. Gonna get people to sing that on my on the interactive version. And on the interactive version, if you're on stage and a bicycle passes, you have to turn on your mic and shout, "Get a bell, ding ding, get a bell." So there. What else do you have to do? You have to be moving if you're talking. And if I say, if I start singing, you gotta sing along. If I go, whoa, 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 you gotta answer, I got a love that keeps me waiting. And then I go, I'm a lonely boy. And you go, I'm a lonely boy. So we'll try that for starters and we'll see what we get. Do you get me? He said in some generic West of Ireland accent. Whew. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit woozy. I think they gave me some bad drugs, man. I think they cut my smack with some dodgy shit, man. Whew. Whoa. Yeah. So we're on an empty road here, empty dirt track. And there's kind of a bit of a hill to the right. It's all kind of clay looking in colour. Some just kind of dried out grass. And little shrub every so often, or a little tree here on the right. Yeah, a big blue sky, a big blue sky. That's the takeaway from this moment. I love the way the trees rustle in the breeze. What type is that? I don't know, but every time I see those ones, it reminds me of that Kurosami film, whatever it's called. One of them. I don't think it's Taste of Cherries. I don't know. But you know what's interesting? I was in a room. I probably said this already in Clubhouse. Small room, and they were talking about something. Superhero films or whatever nonsense. But I just said, am I the only one who thinks Joker is a load of crap? And this guy says, well, no, I really liked it because, it discusses mental health in a kind of way that people can understand, and that's something that's close to my heart. I mean, everything nowadays seems to be about identity and what's close to my heart. So I had to counter, well, it's, not in a nasty way, but I just wanted to let her know, well, it's close to my heart too. In my opinion, that's not enough for me, but anyway. And then he said, oh, it's not a DC film, but it's good in its own way. I just bored the tits off me. But also, then I mentioned Darren Aronofsky's first film, Pi, which is kind of work of genius, which is a much more interesting look at mental health, I would say. I was just saying, in Joker, he's just performing and he's not actually responding to anything. And the whole thing about this make-believe relationship he has in his head with the neighbouring woman, that's a classic student film. Okay, so it's a well-made student film, I'll give it that. But anyway, who am I to say? Certainly did better than any film I made. No comment. Moving on swiftly. But they knew about Pi a bit, but then I was saying about some film I saw. What was I talking about? But I said it either came out in the 80s or 70s. And this guy says, well, I haven't seen many films in the 80s. And someone said, what age are you? 31. So big age gap there. So that's why he's on about DC. They're all into DC and Marvel Universe. Basically, if it ain't a commercial franchise owned by a gigantic company like Disney or whatever, they don't want to watch it. Seriously. But I was born in 1971. Okay, I'm giving it away there. Ladies, don't tune out, ladies. I look good for my age. I have good genes. And, okay, damn it, I have $1 million in the bank. Just stay. Anyway. No, I don't have $1 million in the bank. Anyway, I don't want a gold digger. I want someone who loves me for how I am. But, sorry, I got distracted. 4.6 kilometers an hour. I was born in 71. I've watched films in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, and the first 2 decades of this millennium. So there. But I admit I'm someone with a more specialist interest in cinema, but I don't think it's just that. I think it's an age thing. I think with streaming, are people just going to forget about the classics? Fuck. Frightening. Bloody hell. Well, that's the world we live in, eh? Anyway. So maybe I'll take a week's break. We'll see. But I have to finish day 60 today on my birthday. Finish season 1. And now as soon as I clear this lap, 1.6 kilometers, I'm going down to 4.5. And I'm going to have a water break. Ooh. I'm thinking actually that I should finish his day 13 and I start on a brand new day, his day 14, for live, which would mean 2 more. So day 62 would be my last. You know, I don't have to finish on day 60 even. Might do that and just do, then it means I only have 2 to do next week and I've time to do my promotion for live, my live Clubhouse version. More time to listen to the Palestinian-Israeli room, as well as catching up on my writing. I might just do that. I don't think today's going to be that interesting, by the way. If I were you, I'd tune out now. You think it's been bad so far? You ain't heard nothing yet, my friend. Whew. And let's see how I'm doing on heart points. Oh shit. Money. Not much. Whew. Oh, I think I only have 9 to go. From 150. 9 to go. Okay. I thought it should be less. Anyway, that's not bad. And then I can go as slow as I want. So there. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. If I only do 2 next week, it means if the sun is out, I can do some actual outdoor walks, which would be nice. Oh, we'll see. I think I might just go that way, or I might do a pilot Wednesday or Thursday. Then have time to rethink before official launch. I'll talk to my friend Erin Butner, not Erin Burnett, though you'll note, regular listener will note that her surname is an anagram of Burnett. So, couldn't get Erin Burnett. She was interested, but just there was a diary clash. So I said, well, okay, Erin Butner will do. Oh, if Erin hears me saying that. No, Erin Butner is better than Erin Burnett. So they're better looking and smarter and more fun. Sorry, Ms. Burnett. Anyway. No offense. No, I phoned Erin Burnett. She said she was. I met her one night in a pub in Manhattan, I think it was. It's hard to remember because I jet set around the world. But I think it was Manhattan. Anyway, we were having drinks together. I was flirting with her. I said, hey, do you want to be in my podcast? She was like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd love that, James. We negotiated a deal, got my agent on the phone. Phoned her up next day. She just answered the phone. I could tell she was still in a pub. And she just said, fuck off. That's regular listener will know that that's an in-joke. A story I told about a guy I wanted to cast as an extra in a sitcom I directed. He was all up for it when he was drunk. Phone on the next day, answered the phone. Sound of a pub in the background in the afternoon. No hello, just fuck off. So that's what Erin Butner said as well. I thought, geez, they're making a habit of this, just my luck. Everyone I want to work with just says, fuck off. And I better be nice to my friend Erin Butner, because if she hears me dissing her here, then, you know, it's going to be another case of fuck off. And we don't want that. We most certainly do not, old chap. I tell you what, hey. Anyone closing in on 2 kilometers. Woo! Somebody stopped playing the guitar. Let's turn my volume up. Woo!
Yeah.
Give him money, you. But hey, he stopped. Gave him money. Thank you. He's not that good. Take your money back. BK, take your money back. Look, he stopped playing as soon as you walked away. That's not on, man. I mean, jeez, come on. He strummed a few freaking chords. You give him money. You walk 4 feet away and he stopped playing. I cannot believe you're not turning back. I mean, if I had the power, I would turn back now. I'm going to hunt down that guy, that busker, and I'll kill him. I don't know the speech from, what's that film, Liam Neeson? I don't know that. I've never even seen it. Whatever it's called, Taken. I will hunt you down, and I will kill you. So there. But I will. That's what I will do. No, I won't. I will hunt you down, and I will take back that €2 I gave you. So help me God. You know, I'm not that hardcore. So, not yet. Okay. Check my Hort points. So I've been walking Hey, I'm walking here. 27 minutes. Hort points. 6 to go. Okay. I do that standing on my head. Oh, let's get some water into me. So, come to a crossroads. I'm across the road. We're now on a kind of tarmacated road, not the dirt track we were on. We're walking on the left, which is good. If we were in Ireland or the UK, I would suggest walking on the... Anyone? Correct. They're right. That was a tough one. Ooh, the sticks are noisy. I'm going to turn down the volume at my hand here. Brightness on full. Lovely blue sky. That's the way we like it. That's how we roll around these parts. We like our blue skies. Mainly because we don't get them here in Ireland. Not blaming anyone in particular. Well, except for the Minister for Weather. Should be doing his job, eh? Or her job. Not sure who the Minister for Weather is at the moment. I think it's basically God, you know. He's apparently the dude in charge of it all. And as I said, I think he gave the Irish bad weather. So we'd have something to complain about. Do you get me? I mean, where would we be without something to complain about, in fairness? Sure, we wouldn't know ourselves, huh? We'd be lost. So, I'm walking here, 4.5 kilometers an hour. And a nice big tree on the right. Don't ask me what type. It's just fucking big, all right? Could be an oak tree. I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree. I would not make a good poet. Certainly not a good romantic poet. I'd be like, I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a Rolex, big fuck off Rolex date just watch, or a Sea Mariner. See, it doesn't sound as poetic, does it? I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a Rolex. Could be good for an ad for Rolex. I might pitch it to them. They're kind of famous for their ads. They advertised the Explorer watch after Hillary climbed Everest. Of course, bloody Sherpa climbed it too. Wasn't much talk about him at the time, or the Sherpas. Could write a good book about Wasn't I think one of his Sherpas got a bit. His name eventually got out there. Make a good book or play or something. I think. Don't steal that now, or you'll have me to answer to. I got a few weak connections there up north, if you know what I mean. So, if I were you, I wouldn't write that book. You'd love to regret it. If you care for your kneecaps, I wouldn't write that book, so I wouldn't. My agent is listening saying, that's not a great accent. Hey, come on. I need to warm up. I can do better. Trust me. Trust me, motherfucker. So, anyway, 30 minutes walking. Woo! I'm still alive. Got that jab in my arm. 30 kilometers on. Slow down, would you? Slow down. Jeez. And we're closing in on 2.4 kilometers. And I'm going to drop my speed to, anyone? Correct, 4.4 kilometers an hour. So there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to start Monday week, which would be 31st of May, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Affirmative. Buenos dias. Fucking cyclist. Grr. Get a bell. Bloody another cyclist. Grr. Nice looking buildings coming up here, stone buildings with chimblies and a big aerial. That's about all I can say. Nice smaller building on the left. I can't describe buildings at all. I'm just like, they're made of bricks or whatever. That's all I can say. And I call myself a writer. I know, the irony. But you see, I have people who write it for me. I just put my name on. Oops. Did I say? Glad this one isn't live. I'll edit that out later. Da 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 da. Lovely blue sky framed buildings on the left and the right. Lovely old stone buildings. Oh, beautiful. And the yellow shell symbol to tell us we're going the right way. Oh, dissolve. We're now somewhere else in the town. You must have stopped for a leak. Or a poo-poo. Or something to eat. Or a drink. Loads of peregrinos here, putting on rucksacks and whatnot. Talking shite. Passing an albergue, refugio, whatever, hostel to you and me. And they're all standing around talking shite. Sure, you'll have that. We're walking in the shadows. Hey, I'm walking here. Which is nice. I'm walking here. So. Hornillos del Camino. Is this Hornillos del Camino? I remember I stayed in a place called Hornillos because I'm so immature I thought it was funny because it sounds like horny or something. But I think there's a few of them. Yeah, maybe this is the one. If it is, I stayed in a hostel on the left. Yeah, I think it was. I'm just sit here now. And we all had a meal around a table in the hostel, Peregrino meal. And there was an Italian guy. There was the Galway guy I met who was nice to me when we were on our own, but a little snide when there was company. He was doing the whole schneid Irishman routine for some reason. I was thinking, I didn't say it, but I was like, man, can you just park that bullshit while we're, away? Really, there's nothing intelligent about being snide. It's just boring. Ooh, Jamie's getting worked up, eh? Because I love to pretend I'm so cool and collected. And I'm really just angry, motherfucker. My speciality is, what do they call it? Oh yeah, passive aggressive. Oh, I'm the king of passive aggressive, motherfucker. Oh, high five, woo! High five. Oh yeah. I rock that passive aggressive vibe, I'm telling you. You ain't seen passive aggressives till you see Jimmy Finlan, I tell you, motherfucker. Oh yeah. Yeah, I may have stopped here. And I was saying, there was an Italian guy there. He started serving everyone wine or something, and then I started saying, "Hey, garçon, garçon." Then he came up to me and says, "I am not your garçon." Ooh, sorry. Ooh. I mentioned James Joyce. I think maybe he was from near Trieste. I never hear of him. I never hear of him. He said exactly like that. No, exactly like that. And then he was saying, "I scream, you scream, we all scream, for I scream." I'm telling you, this is verbatim. So, once again, if my agent is listening, when we do the movie of this, well, no, I'm hoping Brad Pitt will play me, but you know. But I'll do my own voice for the animation series. Yeah, and I'll do the Italian guy. Okay, deal. Actually, I'll have a cameo in the film as the Italian dude because I do him so well in the famous scene. So he said he never heard of James Joyce. And then, of course, snide Galway man was saying, "Well, have you heard of any Italian writers?" And that was, well, Umberto Eco and Dante. I think I stopped short at that, but still, you know, two, like, not bad. Not bad going, like, considering, like, do you know, I'm not Italian, like, do you know what I mean, like? But he was like, he was just being a snide motherfucker. But all the same, God bless him, because I'm a forgiving type. No, he was nice on his own, like I say. Hey, we all got a shit, man. We all got our issues, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, anyway. Hey, what's the matter? Your daddy didn't love you enough or something? Now I'm really talking crap. Anyway, happy birthday to me. I can't sing it because the bloody copyright costs a fucking fortune. You often see that at the end of films, the two women who wrote that, if they sing happy birthday at all in the film, those two fuckers' names show up. Happy birthday to... Anyway, it goes something like that. If you sing the other one, you know, happy birthday to ya, happy birthday to ya. Are the royalties the same or more? Because if they were cheaper, you should negotiate a deal with them and say, "Hey, we're going to have a scene in this film. It's an old woman's birthday party. And, you know, everybody, when they sing happy birthday, we can't afford the official song. But we'll use your one if you give us a sweetheart deal." So then it's like, and it'll be set in an old English nursing home. That's the script I'm thinking of. And, you know, they say, "Oh, I dare say, we'll bring in the cake. Oh, yes, Margaret, will you bring in the cake for Timothy there? If you can manage it with your Zimmer frame. Okay. Buen Camino, motherfucker, cyclist. Arrgh. Get a bell." Anyway, so, where was I? Oh, yeah. So they bring, "Oh, yes, we've got the cake. So is Timothy ready for the cake? Yes, yes. Okay, bring it in. Now, don't let him see us. Okay, light the candles. Yes, okay." The nurses would help them with the candles and all that. And they'd open the doors and shit. And then they come through the door. And then they go, "Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya." Everybody, you know. It'd be fine, like. No one would even notice the difference. And it'd be cheap, like, you know. Low budget film. We can't afford the real one. Of course, you could just write like your own version. Do you get me? I'm not going to try and do that on the spot. He said, every time I say I won't do something, what happens? Anyone? I proceed to do it. So, I cannot. I wouldn't be great in the old melodies now. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jesus, that fella with the guitar now strumming a few chords, I do a better job than him, I tell you. Let me think. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. No, is that? Hey, can I think about it? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Something like that? I don't know. Hey, need to work on it. But I think we're all agreed there's the makings of a classic in there. A friend of mine, Kevin McCann, recorded a song, Black and White Cow. You're a talented guy, Kevin. I'm a black and white cow. I'm not doing it justice. Google it. I hope he's put it on YouTube. He also had a Christmas song, was a side A on it. He wanted that to be a number one hit. Or a Christmas hit, and it could, I mean, with the right promotion, maybe it could have been. Someone turning around up here. Cyclist, yeah. He's decided, I'm going back to Hornios del Camino. I suddenly feel horny. Oh God, I'm bad. I mean, fuck's sake. Don't quit the day job, James. I hear you all saying. I wasn't planning on it. Hey, I'm just ahead of my time, you know. Bet you Richard Pryor, if he was around, hey, I dig this cat. I dig this James cat. Anyway, so it was all a bit of a laugh. Now I am going to hit another lap, and I'll drop to 4.4, and I will have hit easily my heart points. I think. Just get some water into me. Anyway, Kevin, if you're listening to this, come up with some new lyrics to Happy Birthday, and we'll go splits on the royalties. What do you say, dude? Hope you're keeping well, Kevin. Haven't chatted to you in a while. I know you phoned me once you were in Galway, and I didn't get back. I was busy, dude. I was busy making love to beautiful women. Sure. Kevin knows me well enough to know that that's bullshit. But in my imagination, I was. No, I had a deadline with work and a deadline with my buke and whatnot. So let's go down to 4.4. Going to check my heart points. 159 of 50. Lovely. So to celebrate, I'll go down to 4 kilometers an hour. Whew. Because I've just had the jab and I'm an old man now. I'm 50. Oops. Said it out loud. Ah, sure, fuck it. Sure, what harem, says you. This is the bit where I start running out of things to say. This is the bit where I start thinking, why don't I just do 45 minutes instead of 1 hour? You know why? Because it'd be too complicated to sort of keep track of. That's why. So there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're always picking on me. Enough. Typical Irish. Having a go. You're having a go, aren't you? Having a go. Well, have a go away. I'm doing my own thing. Anyway, I am walking here 43 minutes. Oh, now, I might stop when there's 2 hours left, which is, that's only 11 minutes away. Will I do that? Do you know how I will? And then I'll do, I'm just going to do 2 for next week while I prepare for my live version. Then we go live for my day 63. And it will be BK's day 14. BK Lee, all his videos are available on YouTube. And he's covered most of the Camino. I estimate there's about 700 kilometers in there or so. At least that's roughly what I'll have walked by the end, maybe, I think. So he's gone fast enough though, so anyway, the bit's missing, but most of it's there, is what I'm trying to say. So 11 minutes to go, that feels good. I can do that. Have I even got my fan on? Oh my God, I forgot to put my fan on. How crazy is that, eh? So, yeah. Oh, it's a relief to know I'm not going live tomorrow. You know what? I'm not ready. I ain't ready, motherfucker. No way, ma. No way, monsieur. No way, brother. Whew. So there. Anyway, happy birthday to me is basically what I'm getting at. And if Kevin gets back to me, we might rework the song. As I said, I've already laid down the basic theme of the melody. And Kevin just needs to finesse it a bit, and he gets 10% of the royalties. So seems fair. So I'm just recording all this here, so in case there's a legal case. So yeah, what can I say? What can I say? Got my jab today. That's good. I was chatting to a guy who was working in there, who used to play for Roscommon Miners team. We were chatting about their famous goalie, Curran, wasn't it? Keep forgetting his nickname. My friend Tommy Conlon wrote Ghost wrote his book. He was a character, or is. Anyway, 46 minutes. Okay. 3.5 kilometers. Oh, I'm so relieved I'm not doing the full hour today. I am so motherfucking relieved. Pardon my language. Hope you all are keeping well out there. Hope you all are walking along with me and are celebrating the fact that we're not doing the full hour. BK is sticking his hand in front of the camera. I guess he's trying to reposition it or something. The sky is so beautiful and blue. It's like Lapi Lazuli, I said, just to sound knowledgeable. That's a paint. I think it's one of the most expensive paint pigments, isn't it? Paint colours. Lapi Lazuli. I dare say it looks somewhat like this, but I could be talking through me hole. It wouldn't be the first time. I'll segue quickly back into one of our favourite family stories, which I've told before, but since I'm running out of things to say, I might as well tell it again. Speaking of bullshit artists, I learned it from my father. I'd say he and I are the masters of BS. No easy feat. Not all are given the gift of it. So, I'm a kid. My father and mother are in the front of the car, I'm in the back. Me bike is in the boot, or the trunk, as our American friends would call it. And we're looking for a guy who fixes bikes in a housing estate in Merview. So there's no shop front, you know, it's just a house, so it's hard to find. So I guess we didn't know the number of the house or something. Or even if we did, half the houses in Ireland, they don't have the bloody numbers on. And anyway, enough about that. So we're looking, and then we see guys on bikes, young boys on bikes. So, cleverly enough, my father rolls down the window and says, "Hey, where's the guy who fixes bikes?" We're looking for him. And this guy says, "I'll show you the way." So he cycles up ahead of us. Good thinking on my father's part, I have to say. Good tactical thinking, good strategy. So the boy cycles up ahead of us. We're driving slowly behind him. And then he stops outside a house. And we're like, Dad rolls down the window again. And we're all thinking, well, this must be the place. So Dad goes, "Hey, is this the place?" And he goes, and all three of us hear the same thing. "Francis Scott." And we're thinking, Francis Scott? We didn't know the name of the guy, you see. I'm going to turn down the volume because the sticks are getting loud, you get me? So Dad goes again, "What? Sorry, what?" And he goes, "Francis Scott." Second time, all three of us hear the exact same thing. Francis Scott. Here comes the bullshit artist moment now. Dad goes, "Yeah, that's the guy." Now bear in mind, we haven't a fucking clue what name this guy is. What his name is. We just know he's a dude in Merview housing estate who fixes bikes. But in fairness, I have to admire my father. That was a good, educated guess. You know, I was like, yeah, well played, Dad. Well played. Yeah, that's the guy. Now, then he says it a third time. And this time, we all hear exactly what he said. He goes, my pants is caught. I laugh every time I tell this. You know, I was saying to my sister today, I just think I'm hilarious. I laugh at my own jokes. And as she said, sure, isn't that the main thing? And I said, well, my cats seem to like them too. Not sure, I think they do. They purr when I tell jokes. They purr most of the time, to be honest. But, so yeah, his pants was caught on the chain of the bike. And he goes, my pants is caught. And all we heard was, courtesy of his slightly dodgy grammar, not casting aspersions or anything, all we heard was, Francis Scott. But the punchline of that, the takeaway moment, is Dad going, yeah, that's the guy. I love telling that. I think I should just, you know, just thinking about it, just tell that over and over for every episode. Can't be any worse than what it is anyway, right? We'll see how this live version works out. I'm going to try and make it a little more relevant to walking and spirituality, all that kind of stuff. But Jesus, we'll have to have a bit of crack all the same. Do you get me? So Jesus, if you can't have a bit of crack, what's the fucking point? Anyway, so yeah, I'll be hitting 4 kilometers soon, and I've got 3.5 minutes left. I'm so glad I'm stopping early. I'm actually only stopping like 5 minutes early, but I might as well. Sure, I might as well do it, like, you know. So looking forward to stopping. Then a shower and then writing. Yeah, man. This was another weekend where I was meant to catch up with the writing, and it went semi-okay. I'll do some more. I'll have to stop listening to Clubhouse. It's not so much Clubhouse, it's that room, the Israeli and Palestinians one. It's one of the most extraordinary things I've listened to in my life. And from what other people are saying there, I'm not alone in that, you know. I'd love to think some good would come of it, but knowing the way politics and politicians are, and arms dealers as well, and everything, and certain dodgy elements from both sides, we'll see. You know, the world's attention is changing though, and the Palestinians are getting more recognition now. Oh man, I'm not going political, I keep saying it. I don't need to. If you can do your research, you know. Hashtag read a book, pick up a book. They always say that, people, when they have a go at people online. Hey, hashtag do your research. I saw a guy saying that. Someone said, hey, wasn't, what's his face? The guy with the beard who got shot. Yeah, could you narrow it down, please? Come on, you know, the fellow with the beard got shot, like, do you know? No. And him watching the play, like, that fella. Do you know, my American cousin with the play, like. I think you mean Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, that fella with the beard got shot watching the play. My American cousin. Anyway, that was the name of the play, by the way, for those who don't know. The Family Guy, which, yeah, not a huge fan, a little bit too misanthropic for gentle soul like myself. They had something, the actors reading, we're in the play, reading it the next day, reading the account of the shooting is, you know, Abraham Lincoln was shot whilst watching My American Cousin, you know, with the lead role ably portrayed by, and, you know, the actor as they're reading it out, see, ably portrayed by his own name, you know, that's all he saw in it. Classic actor, I dare say. What? Oh my God, I have 40 seconds to go. I was going to tell you something else, though, before Abraham Lincoln, wasn't I? Shit. What was I on about? How did I get onto Abraham Lincoln? He got shot. Oh, fuck. Oh man, I might have to go a bit longer to remember. Will I? 18 seconds. No, I'm going to stop. If I remember it. Okay, 10 seconds ago. Listen, thanks for walking along with me. God bless. Buen Camino. Stay safe. Get your vaccination if you can. And sending out lots of love. Love and peace, man.